Welcome, eclectic minds of the world. It is Sunday, and we're sitting on the other bench at this baseball field from a few days ago. Um, so again, another relatively quick video. My hands are already a little bit cold, but I know it's just around the freezing mark, so I could bear it. So yeah, been doing a lot more research and thinking combined. Some interesting things. Right now, I'm like researching the character. I think his name's going to be called Ian after Ian Softly, who directed Hackers, and I think it's spelled Iain. Okay. And still working on what his not acronym, but his moniker. Computer moniker. Yeah, the Hackers. I think the main character is sort of like a composite of characters. I think the big event in 1988 that I sort of recall is probably the worm incident with Morris. I think the Morris worm. You're probably quite well aware of it. But what I found very interesting right away and is the Hacker's Manifesto, which is actually the essay is called "The Conscience of a Hacker." The Conscience of a Hacker by Lloyd Blankenship, who's born in 1965 and at the age of 11 in 1976. So again, there's that 11, right? The 11-year-olds from the beginning of the Hackers, but different era. He goes by the Mentor, and I believe he still goes by the Mentor. I've actually just watched about half of a YouTube video that I found on YouTube from 2002 by him himself. Reading, going over the essay. Anyways, the Mentor is actually refers to a character in the book "The Moon is a Harsh Mistress" by Robert Heinlein in 1966. Very interesting. Where in 2075. A lunar colony on lunar penal colony, right? So the moon sent some of their criminals to not the moon, the Earth sent some of their criminals to the moon to work on a colony where they would ship wheat, I think it was, back to Earth. Anyways, I gotta see if I can find the book. It could play a part, an important factor. Also, TANSTAAFL or something like that. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. First printed is in that book. So in case you ever wonder where that saying came from, also part of something called logical language. Back, and this was by somebody with the last name of Brown back in 1955. Again, back to the 1950s, right? So yeah. So I think this project is going to keep me busy for quite a long time, especially since I've got 165 years to go through. So the different time periods, like obviously 1983 to 1998, huge. Everything regarding hackers and computers and stuff like that and security. 53 to 68, beginning of probably television and the space race, right? 1923 to 1938, leading up to World War I, the Great Depression and stuff like that. And then going back to 1893 to 1908. Also 1923 obviously was the start of the Anthroposophical Society. 1893 to 2008. 1893 to 1908, you would have, which is the turn of the century. And the aftermath of what happened from in the late, and then from 1863 to 1878. 1863 begins with the Lincoln assassination, similar to the 1963 assassination of Kennedy. So I've got, and I know there's lots of similarities between the two, so that's one of the subtopics, I guess. Generations is another subtopic. Lots of things going on. But yeah, I'll keep this video short. I don't think. Oh, I think what I said. Oh yeah, crystal radios, because that's going to be in the title. Was prominent in the 1980s and back with computers, with the hackers and stuff like that, and to do with the phreaking and the stuff like that. But also goes back to the 1920s and 1950s, right? So yeah. So the title of this video is going to be the crystal radios and the moon is a harsh mistress, or something like that. All right, stay tuned. Have an awesome day, everybody.